Ambitious and motivated are words that describe you best. Then you're on the right place. This is Motivational Radio Friends from Paris with your host, Lonji Agoha.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But I think one of the fundamental reasons why people fail is that we fail to try enough. We don't try enough. Because what separates people, in fact, is the willingness to give it all, to give their best. I think your willingness to really go out and give your best. Because if you're not ready to sacrifice your best for anything you're doing, and then I think you are compromising your success.
That's true. Well, and also obviously some people, the things they go through, also even the families, and also sometimes they might lose motivation. You know, when you are pursuing your dreams, you cannot do it alone. You need to have people around you that will encourage you, that will keep you moving. So that's why you need a mentor, or you need some friends that are on the same level as you. The great leader said that don't hang around with people who are lower than you. Hang around with people who are higher than you, so you can always learn from them, so they can always encourage you. Because if you hang around with people that are lower than you and they're not going through what you're going through, you will give up easily. So you hang around with people that will build you up, that will always encourage you, that will always motivate and teach you and tell you what you're going through is just for a moment, because not every challenge will stay there forever. Temporal, is subject to change, but it's there for your own good.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. I think somebody said that do not tell somebody whom you feel cannot help you anything you're doing. If you know that this guy, you're going through something, and you know this guy, he doesn't know what you're doing exactly, if you start telling him your problems, you are just multiplying it, because he would not understand you, and the best he could do is to discourage you.
Yes, indeed. And you know, great leaders never talk about the challenges. The only reason why, because they know what they're going through is for their own good. But people who are not really true leaders, they always talk about the challenges. They tell everyone. And most of the people will not care about what you're going through, because they are not experiencing what you're experiencing.
That's right.
Some might encourage you, some might not. It's not really that really much point to tell everyone about your challenges. So you need to be bold and take on life and know that, well, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm still going to move forward. Yes, sir.
Right. You've really done a great job here, because of the fact that you said about boldness. You have to be bold to take certain decisions. You have to be bold to make, to do certain things in life, because of the fact that life itself is very, very difficult. It's not easy. It's not an easy walk. You see, life is a very long journey. Very long journey, and so it's not very easy. I do not know why people hate, or people do not like to do hard things, because life in itself is difficult.
I know. So you know, there's someone that said that everyone has been given a measure of what they can manage. So depending on your culture, depending where you're coming from, your environment is going to determine what you can handle. And in order for you to step up your level, you have to go through the challenges to be trained. And also you have to, you know, like when you go to the gym, you pump up weights, you change the different size of weights, and you build up to keep building up. It's the same thing in life. It might get hard, it might get tiring, but you have to keep going and keep on building yourself up. You have to move from one level to another. You have to make a decision. It's a decision you have to make, because no one is going to make the decision for you. You see, life is hard, but it's possible. Your dreams might be hard, but they are possible. You just have to work more than others. You have to sleep less. You have to do more than what others do. That's success. You can talk about it, but you have to decide to be about it. You have to do it.
Okay.
You have to take action.
That's it. Because you can talk about success, but you have to be success.
Yes, you have to put some serious hours in it. So, you know, all the great billionaires, most of them, they sleep in their offices because they have to work on this thing, because they believe in this thing. And that's the other thing. If you don't believe in your vision, you won't put in a lot of hours in it. You won't work on it that much. But if you really believe in it, you'll be tenacious, you'll be passionate and convicted about it. You will not sleep until this vision is done. You will stop all these social networks. You won't watch TV. You will give up the phone, and then you go focus on your vision until it's manifested, and then you can relax.
So are you saying that anybody who has not made it today is not or has not been serious enough to do it?
Yeah, I believe most of them might have lost motivation. And this is the other thing. Great leaders are not afraid to stop what is not working. You might have started something and it might not have worked because maybe you have applied the wrong principles. Maybe you have done it the wrong way. So you have to learn from what you've done and then see how you can do it properly. You have to educate yourself. You have to constantly, every day, educate yourself. Go online and watch videos, read books that will help you to develop yourself to do something better than how you've done it before. You might have failed, but maybe it failed because you didn't have the right information. So it's important to have the right information so you can do better than what you've done before.
Yeah, I believe in that very, very much. I think every human being has the capacity to change. I think we have that capacity to change. The question is that some of us do not want to change. Some of us do not like to do change. And that is the bad side of the whole situation. Because when you see somebody who has been doing one thing for such a long time, and then he doesn't want to change it. He doesn't want to really change anything out of that. I think that's not the very best way of doing things, because if you don't change, you will always get the same results. Okay?
Yeah, that's the other thing about change, because in life we're always going to change. Even for the married people, you're not going to always live with the same woman you marry because she will change. You're not always going to live with the same man you marry because he will change. So true leaders, they plan for change. They know that change is coming, so they plan for it. They anticipate the change. They initiate change. When you put a leader into position, he will change things. He will change what is working, and he will do it his way because he has a conviction and he believes it. And also leaders, they manage change. They know how to manage change. So when change comes, they are not disappointed because they are ready for it. So if you're going to be a great leader, if you're going to be someone great, you have to know how to manage change, you have to initiate change, you have to plan for it, and also you have to anticipate it. And this is the thing, is that great leaders never see change as a crisis, but they see it as proof of leadership. So when change comes, leaders believe that that's leadership because things must change. Things will constantly change. We are always changing every day.
Okay. Yeah, I agree that change is inevitable. I think it's one of the most constant things we have on this planet. Change. It's very constant. It has to. Things have to change, and anybody who's not ready for that would find his way out, because if you're not ready to change anything about your life, about what you're doing, about your situation, I think one day you will just sink, and that's it.
Yes, indeed. In life is that when change happens, if you're not prepared for it, you might give up. Sometimes your relatives might die and you might lose more motivation. But if you're prepared for that change, you will not lose motivation because you knew that will happen. Sometimes even parents, their children might leave. But if they're not prepared for that, they will lose motivation, they will be depressed, they will go through some serious challenges because of their children have left. But they need to learn to prepare for change.
This podcast was brought to you by the Motivational Radio France with their host, Lonjago in Paris.